Okay, so we have one more scene in Act 1. This last scene is between Hamlet and Ghost Dad. So, that's kind of scary. We are on page 55, or scene 5 in Act 1 on the website. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start that scene.
Whither wilt thou lead me?
Pause. I forgot to read the intro to us. The ghost tells Hamlet a tale of horror, saying that he is the spirit of Hamlet's father. He demands that Hamlet avenge King Hamlet's murder at the hands of Claudius. Hamlet, horrified, vows to remember and swears his friends to secrecy about what they have seen. Okay, so that's kind of what's going to happen. Okay, go.
Speak. I'll go no further.
Mark me.
I will.
My hour is almost come when I to sulphurous and tormenting flames must render up myself.
Alas, poor ghost.
Pity me not, but lend me serious hearing to what I shall unfold.
Speak. I am bound to hear.
So art thou to revenge when thou shalt hear.
What?
I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain term to walk the night, and for the day confined to fast in fires till the foul crimes done in my days of nature are burnt and purged away. But that I am forbid to tell the secrets of my prison house, I could a tale unfold, whose lightest word would harrow up thy soul, freeze thy young blood, make thy two eyes like stars start from their spheres, thy knotted and combined locks to part, and each particular hair to stand and end like quills upon the fearful porpentine. But this eternal blazon must not be to ears of flesh and blood. List, list, oh, list. If thou didst ever thy dear father love,
Oh, God.
revenge his foul and most unnatural murder. Murder most foul is in the best it is, but this most foul, strange, and unnatural.
Haste me to note that I, with wings as swift as meditation or the thoughts of love, may sweep to my revenge.
I find thee apt, and duller shouldst thou be than the fat weed that roots itself in ease. On leafy wharf wouldst thou not stir in this. Now, Hamlet, hear. 'Tis given out that sleeping in my orchard a serpent stung me. So the whole ear of Denmark is by a forged process of my death rankly abused. But know, thou noble youth, the serpent that did sting thy father's life now wears his crown.
Oh, my prophetic soul. My uncle.
Aye, that incestuous, that adulterate beast, with witchcraft of his wits, with traitorous gifts, oh, wicked wit and gifts that have the power so to seduce one to his shameful lust, the will of my most seeming virtuous queen. Oh, Hamlet, what a falling off was there from me, whose love was of that dignity that it went hand in hand, even with the vow I made to her in marriage, and to decline upon a wretch whose natural gifts were poor to those of mine. But virtue, as it never will be moved, though lewdness courted in a shape of heaven, so lust, though to a radiant angel linked, will sate itself in a celestial bed and prey on garbage. It's oft, methinks I scent the morning air. Brief let me be, sleeping within my orchard, my custom always of the afternoon. Upon my secure hour thy uncle stole, with juice of cursed Hebna in a vial, and in the porches of my ears did pour the leprous distilment, whose effect holds such an enmity with blood of man that swift as quicksilver it courses through the natural gates and alleys of the body, and with a sudden vigor it doth posset and curd like eager droppings into milk the thin and wholesome blood. So did it mine, and a most instant tetter barked about, most Lazar-like with vile and loathsome crust all my smooth body. Thus was I sleeping by a brother's hand, of life, of crown, of queen, at once dispatched. Cut off even in the blossoms of my sin, unhouselled, disappointed, unkneeled, no reckoning made, but sent to my account with all my imperfections on my head. Oh, horrible, horrible. Most horrible. If thou hast nature in thee, bear it not. Let not the royal bed of Denmark be a couch for luxury and damned incest. But howsoever thou pursues this act, taint not thy mind, nor let thy soul contrive against thy mother aught. Leave her to heaven, and to those thorns that in her bosom lodge to prick and sting her. Fare thee well at once. The glowworm shows the matin to be near, and begins to pale his ineffectual fire. Adieu, adieu, adieu. Remember me.
Okay, so we just got a lot of information from the ghost. First of all, he says, "But know thou, noble youth, the serpent that did sting thy father's life now wears his crown." Hamlet says, "My uncle." Then the ghost says, "Yeah, that incestuous, that adulterate beast. Yes." We find out he did it with poison. So while the king was napping in the garden, his brother, this is a brother to the king, his brother Claudius, came in with a poison and poured it into his ear. And so it was something that like would kill. So something that if you get it on your skin would, or if it, I guess if it went down to like your ear canal, it would do terrible things. So, and he also says, he's like, yeah, revenge me. Take care of my brother. Okay. What does he say about the mother? He says, but howsoever thou pursues this act, taint not thy mind, nor let thy soul contrive against thy mother aught. Leave her to heaven, and to those thorns that in her bosom lodge to prick and sting her. She has her own guilt, and God will deal with her. So you, Hamlet, you don't have to deal with your mother. That would be hard. Like, he can probably deal with his uncle, but it would be hard to deal with mom. Yeah, because he loves her too. So the ghost has told him, don't worry about her. The ghost also says, I'm not very long for this world. Says, my hour is almost come, when I to sulphurous and tormenting flames must render up myself. So King Hamlet's ghost is not expecting to go to his heavenly home. He is expecting to be eternally damned in the flames of hell. It's not perfect. It's not what you want. Anyway. Okay, so let's see what Hamlet says.
Oh, all you hosts of heaven. Oh, earth. What else? And shall I couple hell? Oh, fie. Hold my heart. And you, my sinews, grow not instant old, but bear me stiffly up. Remember thee. Aye, thou poor ghost, whilst memory holds a seat in this distracted globe. Remember thee. Yea, from the table of my memory I'll wipe away all trivial, fond records, all saws of books, all forms, all pressures past that youth and observation copied there, and thy commandment all alone shall live within the book and volume of my brain, unmixed with baser matter. Yes, by heaven! Oh, most pernicious woman! Oh, villain, smiling, damned villain! My table's meet it is I set it down, that one may smile and be a villain. At least I am sure it may be so in Denmark. So, uncle, there you are. Now to my word. It is adieu. Remember me. I have sworn to...
My lord! My lord!
Lord Hamlet!
Heaven secure him! So be it.
Hello? Ho, ho, my lord!
Hello, ho, ho, boy! Come, bird, come! How is't, my noble lord? What news, my lord? Oh, wonderful.
Good, my lord, tell it.
No, you will reveal it.
Not I, my lord, by heaven, nor I, my lord.
How say you then? Would heart of man once think it? But you'll be secret?
Aye, by heaven, my lord.
my lord. There's never a villain dwelling in all Denmark, but he's an errant knave.
There needs no ghost, my lord, come from the grave to tell us this.
Why, right. You are in the right. And so, without more circumstance at all, I hold it fit that we shake hands and part. You, as your business and desire shall point you, for every man hath business and desire, such as it is. And for my own poor part, I will go pray.
These are but wild and whirling words, my lord.
I am sorry they offend you heartily. Yes, faith, heartily.
There's no offense, my lord.
Yes, by St. Patrick, but there is, Horatio, and much offense too. Touching this vision here, it is an honest ghost, that let me tell you. For your desire to know what is between us, or master it as you may. And now, good friends, as you are friends, scholars, and soldiers, give me one poor request.
What is't, my lord? We will.
Never make known what you have seen tonight.
My lord, we will not. We will not.
Nay, but swear it.
In faith, my lord, not I.
Nor I, my lord, in faith.
Upon my sword.
We have sworn, my lord, already.
Indeed, upon my sword, indeed. Ha ha! Boy, say'st thou so? Art thou there, true penny? Come on, you hear this fellow in the cellarage. Consent to swear.
Propose the oath, my lord.
Never to speak of this that you have seen. Swear by my sword.
Swear.
Hic et ubique. Then we'll shift our ground. Come hither, gentlemen, and lay your hands again upon my sword. Swear by my sword, never to speak of this that you have heard.
Swear by his sword.
Well said, old mole. Canst work in the earth so fast? A worthy pioneer. Once more remove, good friends.
Oh, day and night, but this is wondrous strange.
And therefore, as a stranger, give it welcome. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. But come, here, as before, never, so help you mercy, how strange or odd some'er I bear myself, as I perchance hereafter shall think meet to put an antic disposition on, that you, at such times seeing me, never shall with arms encumbered thus, or this head shake, or by pronouncing of some doubtful phrase, as well, we know, or we could and if we would, or if we list to speak, or there be and if they might, or such ambiguous giving out to note that you know aught of me, this do swear. So grace and mercy at your most need help you.
Swear.
Rest, perturbed spirit. So, gentlemen, with all my love I do commend me to you, and what so poor a man as Hamlet is may do to express his love and friending to you, God willing shall not lack. Let us go in together, and still your fingers on your lips, I pray. The time is out of joint. Oh, cursed spite, that ever I was born to set it right. Nay, come, let's go together.
Okay, so his friends catch up with him, and the ghost has said his piece by that time. The ghost wants vengeance. And so Hamlet at first isn't going to tell them anything. And then they kind of really want to know. And he tells them, like, hey, by the way, you need to... And he's like, oh, Claudius, he's bad. And they're like, oh, we didn't have to have the ghost tell us to know that. And he's like, yeah, you're right. And then he tells them, swear that you won't tell anybody about what you've seen here. And the ghost, like, from, like, down under them somewhere is like, swear. So they're like, creepy, oh my gosh, this is scary. And he keeps telling them to swear. Finally they do. Like, what the heck? Just do the thing the ghost is demanding. And so Hamlet is ready to try to figure out what he needs to do next. He's got to figure out how to revenge his father's death. So, wonder how that's going to go. Okay, that is the end of Act 1. Okay, see you guys.